Okay, welcome back, everybody, as we learn the Mishna Yomis for this Wednesday evening of Parshas Yisro, the Shabbos Shel Aseres HaDibros, as we begin, I believe, the ninth parak of Kesuvos, Now, we are sponsored by the Fisher family, Nishmas Basi Bas Rabbi Shlomo ben Avram Alevi, Perel Bas Ruvain. We learn Lili Nishmas Chaim ben Avram and Yom Benish for the schus of Avram and Yom Benish ben Malkiudis and family. Lefu Shalema for Yomis ben Chayesara. We learn for Yol Klugman and family for their Geffen, Gesund, Parnos, and Achas. And Refuah Shalema for Meir ben Chayesar, they should have Refuah Shalema b'Seich Shar Chayla Yisrael. So Mishnah Aleph in the ninth parach says, HaKosev le'ishtay, if while they're engaged, he writes to his wife, Dinu dvarm ein li b'nichsayich, I'll have no litigation or claim on your property. That is only a limited sense. It doesn't mean that he's saying he's not going to enjoy the payers. And he's not saying that he's not going to inherit her. What he meant is that if she wants to sell it, he's not going to stop her from selling it. Why does he write that I have no claim or words with your property? That if she sells it or gifts it, it's upheld. If he says outright that I have no claim on your property or on its produce, then he doesn't eat the produce, he doesn't enjoy the use of fruit. However, still, but if she dies, he inherits her, Yarsha. Rabbi Yehuda further limits and says, since he said just Peroseim, just the yield, he only can't enjoy the immediate fruit of the property. But if she takes the fruit and invests it in apartments, he could get the rent of those apartments because he just said he's not going to have the fruit, but the payers he could enjoy. Rabbi Yehuda the fruit of the fruit, until he dots the I's and crosses the T's and says, Dinu dvarm ainli b'nichsayich, with your property of b'peiresein, and their fruit of b'peiresein, and the fruit of the fruit, ad olam, forever. Now, cause of law, if he says, Dinu dvarm ainli b'nichsayich, I don't have any litigation or claim on your property of b'peiresein and on the fruit of b'peiresein b'chayecha u b'maisech, during your lifetime and after you die, then he doesn't inherit her. He doesn't get the use of fruit while she's alive. And if she dies, ain't a yarsha. Reb Shimon Gamliel, no, he still inherits her. Because inheriting a wife is a din of the Torah. And if she dies, he still inherits her. Because he stipulated against what's written in the Torah. Never stipulates against what's written in the Torah to know about the stipulation is nullified. Now Mishnah Beis tells us, Misha Meis, let's say Chatzkel is married to Sarah, and Chatzkel dies, and he leaves orphans, he leaves Dr. Black, who he owes money to, he leaves a creditor, and he leaves his wife Sarah, who he owes a ksuva to. Misha meis v'niach isha, he leaves a wife, ubal chayiv, a creditor, and v'yoshin, and heirs. V'hayaloi, and he has pikodon, he has a deposit, oy milva b'yad acher. By Yitzi Muller, he has a deposit, or Yitzi owes him money. So the question is, who gets it? Does his wife Sarah get it? Does Dr. Block, the creditor, get it? Do the Yoshim get it? Rabbi Tarfon Aimer Yinasnu Lakoishel Shebehen. We give it to the weakest amongst them. Now, one shot is the weakest amongst them is the wife, because the wife doesn't go to court, she doesn't litigate. So she's the weakest. That's one pshat. Another pshat is we give it to the one whose note is dated last. Because the one whose note is dated last has the least collection power. Because if you have an earlier note, then you could collect from purchasers that were after the date on your note. So the one that has the latest date, that's the one that you give it to. Rabbi Kiva says, no way. We give it to the heirs. We give it to the Yarshim. We give it to the orphans. Because anybody that would collect, the wife or Dr. Block, if they want to collect, they would have to swear to the orphans. The orphans don't have to swear, they get it naturally. They're the heirs. So since they're the one that has the most immediate reach, so we give it to them. Rabbi Kiva, we don't show mercy and judgment. We give it to the heirs because the heirs most naturally inherit it. If the creditor or the wife wants to collect, they're going to have to take an oath. But the heirs don't have to take an oath. They get it most naturally, so we give it to the heirs. We want to thank you very much for joining us and wish you a wonderful evening.